Hello again, today is Friday, March 8th, 2019. Happy International Women's Day. So first of all, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. We have a pretty normal show today where we look at stocks as they're pulling back from the recent highs for the move. I think this is a pretty normal kind of pullback. High yield bonds are mirroring this pullback in stocks. Treasuries are bouncing off support. I'll show a trade we recently did for TLT. Nothing is happening to the foreign markets. They're still dragging. We'll look at dollar and gold. Very interesting relationship currently. I have a trade example for you on 3-hour charts. Just kind of going to show you my thinking on how I normally trade. Oil proves resilient. Natural gas probably is in a bear market, or rather, I think is in a bear market. And we'll look at crypto review at cryptos as well, as a Litecoin possibly is bottoming. Okay, so let's look at S&P 500 futures. Pretty normal looking breakout right now. So the breakout occurred here actually on 31st of January 2019 right there. This is an actual alert to my subscribers. Right now I'm seeing a normal looking pullback from the highs set for the move from the 4th of March until now. This may already be like a hammer-like candlestick today, so I don't see, end of the world or anything of that nature in the charts right this instant. I think the market is in a bull market. Stock market, especially the United States one, is in a bull market, and we should be buying this various stocks. So S&P 500 SPY, actual alert to my subscribers as well here on the February 5th. It's a nice move. Now we have a pullback, potentially opportunity again. So these lines on the chart, you can see they provide pretty useful support resistance lines, and you can find out more about these lines at MasterCharts Trading. Here's Dow Jones, same thing as S&P. We got a couple of alerts to my subscribers here with a nice move afterwards. Basically, it is a normal looking pullback that we should be looking to buy it. Here's the junk bonds. They are pretty much mirroring the pullback in stocks, and you can see a pullback here. Breakout occurred here in late January 2019, and this is the reason why I think this latest S&P 500 breakout is is valid still. I want to see for junk bonds a significant pullback before we'll decide that S&P 500 is no longer in a bull market. So for now, I will treat S&P and junk bonds as in a bull market. Here's a recent trade we did at MasterChartsTrading.com. You can see an alert sent here on the 4th of March. Very nice move, immediate move in our favor. So basically the target has been reached. And you can, if you have a profit, then you can do many things. For example, you can sell half, you can advance your stop, you can sell a part, not necessarily half. You can sell a part of your holdings, advance your stop. You have options if you have a profit. So right now, I actually have a position open myself from 11th of January here. So I'm holding my position, I'm getting dividends, and I think it will continue higher from here. Now, the resilience in bonds does not mean that S&P 500, the stocks, are about to roll over. The bonds and stocks, they do move kind of opposite to one another, but it's not as clear cut. On the emerging markets, or rather foreign markets here, still dragging their feet basically. I mean, if I was trading it and I was aggressive, trader, then I would be shorting it now. Like maybe I would be shorting it on the 7th of March here with a stop above the blue line. I mean, I'm not a big fan of shorting equity because in general stocks tend to go up, so I would want to be playing stocks mostly on the upside. Japanese stocks also kind of under pressure, also broke below this red line, so potentially we can see a move down, and then maybe we'll see a bottoming pattern. So I mean, right this instant I am not buying either emerging markets or Japanese markets yet, and European markets I'm also still kind of waiting. European markets are a little bit stronger than the rest of the world. You can see that we're very close to the blue line and a breakout into the bull market, which is just slightly higher here. So overall I would say that the S&P 500, the United States markets are definitely in a bull market, but the rest of the world is, we need to see each individual country and trade them accordingly. Alright, so let's look now at dollar and gold relationships. So for now, looks like this is a fresh high, if I'm not mistaken, for the dollar index. Yes, so we see a fresh high here. I was looking for a turnaround in the dollar. I'm not seeing it yet, but the way gold has been behaving basically gives me pause to be long dollar. So I am more interested right now to be long gold. And here is gold XAU USD. So this is an actual alert to my subscribers here on the 3rd of January. You obviously made nice money there if you held it. Right now I'm seeing a big surge here on Friday, and this is a potential bottoming pattern, I think. And I like the way it bottomed around the blue line here. Again, you can find out more about these lines at MasterChartsTrading.com. But I like this pattern, and I think we could continue higher from here. So I wanted to show a recent trade that I did, and this is a trade that I did not send to my subscribers because this is an intraday trade. It's a 180-minute chart, so it's a 3-hour chart. It's just very difficult to send this type of trades to the subscribers because of the nature of the moving the trail and stops, etc. So I usually send to my subscribers, I usually send daily charts alerts. So this chart here of euro versus US dollar, and this is a 3-hour chart again. So here's what my thinking was, and the reason why I shorted it right there on March 4th, right there. So here back in February, you can see that we had an attempted breakout right there above the blue line, but it seems to have failed. And then you can see a breakdown below this red line. Now, to me, this looks like a failed breakout, and when this type of thing happens, the breakouts fail, usually the move in the opposite direction could be quite strong. So here I was looking at this chart and I'm like, okay, this just looks too good to pass up. I went ahead and I shorted it right there on March 4th. Trade went basically immediately in my favor. It reached my target here a few hours basically later. I sold about a quarter of my position and it just kind of held through the rest, advanced the stop so I don't have to, so I don't lose any money. And then as I'm holding, I can see there was a breakdown and it just collapsed here. So I sold another half. About a quarter of my position here, and then another quarter of my position here a few hours later. So I'm still holding actually a quarter of my position from the original short here. And you can see that overall this, you can see that the gain was as high as 145 pips. So for a 3-hour chart, this is a pretty nice looking trade. And this is just the way I think about how to enter a trade and potentially where to take profits. So again, if you need to get these indicators, they're super easy to use and they're just so obvious. And you find out more about them at MasterCharts Trading. All right, let's look at some of the other commodities we trade. and here's one US oil. We can also look at CL1 exclamation point, oil futures. So you can see the price action right now. I have no positions currently. This is an old position here, but the price action right now, you can see that we did not close below the red line. You can see we attempted on multiple occasions here on 19th of February, another one on the 25th of February, 26th of February, and finally today on the 8th of March this year, 2019. And so far, I don't see a close below the red line. To me, this is a a trigger to start selling, to short, but it has not yet happened. So this is a resiliency of this security, and you can see it's kind of potentially just trying to bottom here. So this candlestick today also looks potentially like a hammer candlestick, and a move higher towards the bullish levels at 63, maybe $64 is not that far off. So we may want to consider a potential reversal in the cards for oil here. Natural gas, not really doing anything in particular. Basically, we had a very nice run here. We had a position open, or rather an alert sent to my subscribers here on the 16th of January. It was just a beautiful move in our favor. Right now, it's, we're basically kind of bouncing back towards the yellow support resistance lines. You can find out more about them at MasterCharts Trading, about these lines. But me personally, I like to see a bigger bounce towards the red line. So in this case, it would have been it is at 3.424 here. So let's just, in my opinion, personally, I would just wait and do nothing with natural gas right now. Here's an interesting pattern. I don't normally trade, cryptocurrency. Some people trade cryptos. You can trade anything you like with my indicators, MasterChartsTrading.com indicators. So right now, I mentioned a few weeks ago that we have several potential opportunities to sell, to short here at the red line. None of them really produced a significant enough move on the downside. So, and now I see a kind of move towards the bullish levels at around 67. So it's possible that Litecoin and maybe even other cryptos are turning around. I don't see it yet in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basically trading flat and kind of doing nothing really. But Litecoin, you can see it is approaching these bullish levels. Okay, so that's it for today's recap. Please head over to MasterChartsTrading.com, click on Alerts and Indicators right there, and sign up for one of the plans. Of course, if you sign up for one of the plans that includes price action indicators, then you also get these indicators on your chart. And the setup is super simple. I can explain it in 5 minutes. The price is not that bad, so you can, definitely afford this type of pricing. And for the amount, you get a lot of good material. You get my newsletter, you get alerts that I send. Of course, you have a risk-free trial, and you get lots of different alerts every day. We trade stocks, we trade commodities, gold, oil, Forex, etc. So overall, please head over to MasterChartsTrading.com and sign up for one of the plans. Now, another thing I want to mention is that we are still running the Indiegogo campaign, and I want to mention a couple of thank yous for a few of the backers. And you can find us on Everyone Can Trade on Indiegogo. This is a funding opportunity also for us to improve the indicators and to convert those indicators to other software systems. So thank you to all of the donations, for all the donations. We had several people here. Big thank you to Oleg Berger. He donated $250. Anybody else that I'm not mentioning, there are some anonymous donations. Thank you so much for them as well. Milana B, thank you for a $100 donation, and thank you again to Vsevolod Berger for another $250 donation to our campaign. So do continue to sign up, and there are some really cool opportunities here for you as well. Okay, if you have any questions, please send them in. Thanks for watching, and have another great trading week. Bye-bye.